Hey everybody, it's Nicole from Cause We Love to Scrap, and I'm representing Spiegel Mom Scraps today. You can use my code Nicole15 for anything in the shop except for any pre-orders. I'm going to be making a layout for the Shaker Challenge, which is going on all through the month of May. Here is my layout here. First thing I did was I am coloring a cut file that I cut, and I received this from the Spiegel Mom Scraps shop. So if you didn't know, they do have cut files and they are free. So this is one of the cut files. I went ahead and cut it on foundations paper, and now I'm just adding some shimmers paints to it. These two were part of the May color kit, whatever they have over at Shimmers. I think this one's pink lemonade, and the other one is something with wheat in it, golden wheat, I think. Anyway, I'm painting the middle yellow and the floral part pink. And then, like as you can see, I'm just using a brush and dipping it into that, I think it's called a Vibes in the bottle. And then I'm going to just let that sit and dry, and then I'll come back and start working with it after that's dry. But through the magic of movies, it's going to be dry in a couple seconds. I did add just some, I don't know why I did this, because you can't tell at the end. So here are, oh, it's dry. So here are the papers that come with the Shimmers May kit this month. And I'm going to go with that blue background right there. But I'm just trying it in front of everything. Most of the colors didn't work for the brightness of what I wanted, except this blue did really work well. And so let's see. Oh, now I'm going to use the acetate that's available at Spiegel Mom Scraps. Her supplier is no longer going to be carrying this, so she's not going to be able to carry this anymore. So what she has is what she has. So if you need acetate, or you love her acetate, which I do, you better run to the shop and grab some ASAP before that's gone. I was just marking right there where I have to do a single floral petal, because the acetate didn't cover the whole flower. So I go ahead and put the acetate on, and then I'm going to go ahead and trim around the petals. I don't show this on camera because most of the time I was doing it off camera, I think. So I just kind of skip ahead here in a second. But you kind of get the gist of what I'm doing here. Just going in and cutting around the petals so that let's see. Maybe I do show all of it, which is weird. Still cutting that away. So yep, I guess I did go ahead and show all of this. And then I have to come back in and do that one petal all by itself with, I couldn't find any of my scraps would work. So I have to do a whole new sheet, or no, yeah, I did have to do a whole new sheet. And so I'm just gonna put it down, and then again, I'm gonna trim around that. Pretty easy, time consuming, but easy. So now it's all backed with the acetate. So now I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to add Big Momma Foam tape to the back to add a little space for my sequins to go in. I do, let's see. Oh, here we go. So at first I was just going to use long pieces, but I realized that that didn't work very well. So I do wind up going with just cutting off short pieces and working a little bit at a time, which is time consuming, but well worth it in the end. That one I decided I'm going to put my picture over that one, so I'm not going to need that one to have any sequins in it. So that way I just put one in there, and that way I won't fill it with sequins. I think there was some tape on the acetate as well, so again, that one is going to have a picture over it, so I'm not going to need to put sequins in it. So I'm just going to go through and, oh, you can see I skipped ahead. I just use little pieces to go through this and put Big Momma Foam tape all over all of the cut file so that it will be popped up and contain the sequins, because you don't want any gaps or the sequins are going to fall out. So I'm almost done getting those little gaps secured. Now I'm pulling out sequins. I'm going to wind up using two sequins that are not in the shop anymore, sadly. So if you have these, you are very lucky. If you don't have these, you'll have to find some kind of, like there's a lot of purple ones, so you could do a purple flower instead of a pink and yellow one. And then you can just use green ones for in the middle. I wound up using that whole sequin pouch for the petals. And now I'm going to go ahead and remove the backing on these Big Momma Foam tape. And then I'm going to put acetate down again. So I hope that I skip ahead. Let me... Now maybe I don't again. It seemed to be going pretty fast, so I guess I don't skip ahead. So there we go. And then now I'm going to go ahead and trim around again with the, oh, I forgot to take some of that off, so I just used my tweezers to get in there and peel that back. And then now I'm going to go ahead and trim again. And there we go. I skipped ahead. Yay. So that's how I'm going to put it down on the paper. I'm looking to see what I want to back my picture in, and I'm going to use both of those, the yellow and the pink, to go ahead and use mats on my picture. Now that I know where I'm going to put my pictures, I am going to go ahead and stick down this shaker onto that blue background. Now I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut these, all these little elements off camera. There they are. I'm gonna move them to the side. I'm gonna grab my picture, which is a picture of my oldest daughter back in 2009. And super cute picture of her. Just writing down the date, which I have on the back of my picture so that I can remember when it is. And now I'm gonna go ahead and start adding embellishments. I wanted to use that little green wreath, so I'm gonna bring some green into all of my other clusters, which I'm going to do 3 of them, of course, for a visual triangle. I'm going to keep them right there. I'm gonna add butterflies to each of my clusters as well. And then I'm going to add a floral element to them as well. So just going around, seeing what the best way to put these clusters together. I do go ahead and ruffle up the edges of these roses, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue them down with some art glitter glue, which is my favorite type of glue ever. I do go ahead and add these butterflies, and I just fold up the wings so they have a little bit more dimension to them. And I add the green leaves under the florals to add that greenery. I did take off the bottom part to make them a little bit shorter. Again, folding up the butterfly wings. I'm going to add this butterfly down here as well. And now I'm going to go ahead and put these down and put my picture as well. I'm going to pop it up on some foam dots. I wanted it to be straight on my page. And now I'm going to add these florals right there. So about now I'm thinking of a title, so I'm going to use one of these titles. It's the one that says love on it, and then I'm also going to bring it, I do audition it in several places. Lots of those places looked fine, fantastic, but I do go ahead and put it over here. And then I'm going to also bring in some of those stars, those puffy white, the foam stars. These are foam thickers. There we go. So again, I'm going to add some art glitter glue to these foam stickers to make them last forever. Just putting those away. Let's see what I'm doing now. Okay, I'm going to add some speckled egg distress oxide spray. I'm just going to sprinkle it around my clusters, trying to get a good representation of it on there. That's one of my favorite ways to add mixed media to a page is with clusters. With splatters. I think I'm going to go with journaling now, so I'm just going to do her name and the date and an XOXO just right over here. And I think that's gonna be it for my layout. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe. I'm gonna leave you with some close-ups here of my layout. If you have any questions or comments, please add those below. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.